And we are alive, guys. Oh, how's it going, guys? And we have someone from Alaska in here. How's it going, Logan? Appreciate you stopping in the stream. So I would have streamed last night, but sleep pretty much caught up with me because it's raining and it's going to rain tomorrow and it's going to snow more likely tomorrow night. So, pretty much crashed last night at about 7 o'clock. And today, hauled, I don't know how much corn we hauled, quite a bit. Pretty much this week, it's just a matter of getting that north bin emptied out and ready to rock and roll again to be filled and emptied one more time before we can call Harvest 19 closed for the books. But we just have so much corn yet to pick. We've got at least 650 acres, I would say, at least. So there's probably 9,000 we got to haul out tomorrow. So we'll get that done tomorrow because we're not going to take that up to the port. There's like a 13-cent difference without factoring in 10 cents on trucking. So between Hamlet and Burns Harbor, so no reason to haul up to the port. Okay, what do we got going on? How's the weather? Well, like I said, there's other words that I could use for the weather, but to keep this stream PG-13, it sucks. Can't believe it's going to snow this early in the year. Yeah, that sucks. It's October for you in the Midwest. I'm not ready for any snow in Wabash, Indiana. Yeah, I'm afraid we have the potential to get lake effect too, and I think that's what they're not factoring in right now. And I really do not want any part of lake effect this early in the year. That's a nice office. Hey, I appreciate that, CC, John Deere. I will have a tour of the office before Christmas, but after harvest. So can't wait for 2019 to be over. You and me both. There's snow here now. I don't want any part of that right now. Oh, man. Hopefully we don't get what they're saying down here in Jasper County. How much are they talking down in Jasper County? Right now, in Northwest Indiana, they haven't really set out accumulation totals, but right now they're putting it as a dusting. So that better be on the latter side of it. Got some good 2020 fall bean prices a guy could lock in. Definitely need to be watching the futures right now, guys. Hey, hello from Kent, Ohio. How's it going, Michael? How many more acres do you have left to harvest? I'm not going to break it down, but I would say, I guess I could somewhat break it down. Beans, I'm pretty comfortable on saying 45 acres for sure for us on beans. It's just those double crop beans or whatever you guys want to call them, interseeded, interplanted into that wheat that we're, as of right now, we're going to say it froze. I still don't believe it did because it followed soil type too well, but I don't know. We're just going to go with it. So 45 acres of our own, which will go as soon as the weather breaks here and it gets fit enough and dry enough to cut. 110 acres of corn on the custom work, which we'll get that knocked out in one day. Yeah, one day. Most of you guys, I'm not entirely sure what most of you guys run for heads, 6 rows, 8 rows, probably some of you guys in here 12, maybe even a few 16s. I have no idea. Some of you guys probably don't even farm in here, but for 110 acres in one day, all of that will go straight into the elevator. So I imagine for some of you that could be a lot. Some of you, you're probably like, why can't you do more? But we're only working with 3 tandems and probably one of our trucks. So if we had another guy working, we could probably put him to work and in one of our trucks. If I could get Kyle out here to haul, Kyle might make an appearance in a couple of my videos as far as like personally being here working with us on the farm, maybe like one time. He might, I don't know, this fall bring out one of his trucks to find out what it's like to have 100,000 plus load on his truck, but we'll see. But yeah, so 110 acres of corn on the custom work, 20 acres of beans for Marv, and then we'll be done with custom work. And after that, book on over to Stark County, get those beans done, and hit it hard on corn again. And that'll be it for us on Harvest 19. Harvest, hopefully we'll be done by Thanksgiving. We can only hope. 2 to 3 to start at the moment. Wow. Oh, man. I don't want any part of that, but I know we're going to get some. 2019, without a doubt, has been the worst farm year I've seen in my lifetime as far as weather and prices go. Yeah. You want to hear a Ford joke? Oh, wait, I'm working on it. It sucks. It's a suck year when Texas gets more snow than northern Minnesota. Yeah, I can't get over how much snow Texas has gotten. That's unbelievable, guys. Hello from Georgia. Been raining here for 2 days. Got much needed rain. It's going to be raining here for about 2 days, and it's definitely not much what we need right now. What number on your John Deere tractor you use in harvest? We use a 2012 S690 with a 2012 612C corn head and a 2011 currently FD 70 35-foot McDonald Draper. Okay, so on a 2012 612C, the poly on the upper part of the snouts up near the gathering chains already wore through in some of our snouts, just in small areas on our 2012 612C. So that means we're going to have to add some poly, probably from May West, more than likely. So May West, if you're watching, I could definitely use a sponsorship. Can't believe that. So John Deere released the 2020 8R, 8RTs, and 8RXs. What do you guys think? I wish I had OBS working right now, then I could pull it up for you guys on a separate screen and kind of have me minimized here in the upper right there for you guys, or the other quarter, and we can look at this online someday in the future. Once I get it figured out, once I get it set up, we'll do that. Possibility of doing some FS on here, maybe. Here in Manitoba, we got a foot of snow 2 weeks ago and haven't started. Oh, you guys have not started corn yet. Man, that's crazy. That's nothing. I've been harvesting since May. I'm a custom harvester, so I wish it was over 4 months ago. Yeah. 110 to 140 is a good day with one combine. Yeah, we're running 12 row head, 690. Some of you guys probably think we're nuts even with a 12 row, but what? That's suitable for our operation at this time, especially when we're going to be considering going to a 24 row. Well, not considering really. The plan is someday go to a 24 row without a doubt. So, and considering our current bottleneck right now of our operation is really, we've got a few. And right now it's our trucks. Right now it's our grain cart. And right now it's our current grain setup. The plan is to someday put up a 100,000 bushel bin, whether that be a 60-foot, 54-foot, possibly a 48-foot. I would prefer a 60-foot, but would consider a 54 and a 48. Really, when we weren't really pricing a bin, we were just wondering what it was per bushel cost. And at the time, I believe when we put up that 40, what is that, a 42? I think it's a 42, that 42,000 bushel bin. I think at the time, and it was like a couple of years before I was born, back in 1996 1998. We built that bin, and I think around that time, I think it was around $2.50 a bushel to build a bin, and we priced, just not pricing totally, just asking per bushel what it was cost, what the current cost is to put up a bin stiffened, because that's really at this point what we're considering at this point. Not really considering a non-stiffened bin at this point, considering looking long term at the operation. Um, I think the guys at Brock, or at least the one guy at Brock that I was talking to, because at the time Dad was on the phone, so Grandpa and I were just pricing bins there. I think he told us 3 to 4, which we were shocked on that. It seemed kind of high. And when our bin guy was out, one of our head salesmen here from Hotchkitlers, he told us pretty much the bigger the bin, the cheaper it gets. But then you got to figure out your larger cost then comes from how you plan to get to that bin for loading and unloading. So that's where your bigger cost comes from. Really, he told us if you're talking a 54, 60-foot bin, you're looking at probably anywhere from $1.50 to $2.20. So we were pretty shocked on that. Pretty much on how a little bit cheaper it was compared to what the guys directly from Brock were telling us. So that's good to hear. Not saying next year we're going to do anything. Definitely not next year, but we'll look into it. Hopefully, I would hope within 2 years we can do something with a bin, because we really need to do something with a bin. But in my opinion, we need to completely overhaul those 2 legs, get them up to a little bit higher bushel per hour. Personally, I would like to have a dual dump pit where we can just go up and dump both hoppers, or both hopper doors at the same time. That'd be really nice to have instead of just a one larger hole. Because the problem is that pit is 1 foot too deep, and it's 1 foot below the water table, or into the water table. So occasionally, or sometimes, depending on if we have a very wet fall, we will have issues with the bottom of the pit. So I know there's ways around that. You can somehow modify our pit, but it gets expensive. So definitely need to get a different dryer, though. Our 400 bushel dryer is definitely a bottleneck for sure. So we used to haul crops to Amboy in Indiana. Not sure where Amboy is. Actually, to be honest, never heard of that. Where is Amboy? Never heard of that. Never heard of that. Oh, it's over by Don't really get around south of Fort Wayne much, around that Portland, Marion, Huntington area. Haven't really been over there too much. For the most part, I would say we're over half done, but we'll see. Actually, Bob, I know we got one landlord that more than likely will come and work for us next year, so that's pretty cool. Second driver might come from one of our neighbors, so that's cool. Both of them are going to be retiring. Well, the one's retired right now, so it's hard to tell if he might make an appearance this fall with us. I'm not entirely sure. But the other one retires next spring, the landlord does, so that's cool. So, and then Kyle might bring his truck over occasionally, so we'll see. What do you think of the new controls on 2020 Deeres? Haven't really seen too much of them. The IVT transmissions, the control layout of it looks pretty cool. Definitely different and a little bit different feel compared to the 8530 that we currently have right now on the farm. Fun fact, I was hauling over to Hamlet today, and I was just pulling out on 30 onto the westbound lane there, out of the gas station there, leaving Hamlet. And I saw some flashing lights as I was pulling out onto the westbound left lane there, and literally just kicked the flashers on, and it was an oversized load coming down eastbound on 30, and I'm looking, and next thing you know, 8RX is passing me on the eastbound lane, and I was like, holy cow, 8RX headed to Plymouth. Sure enough, I got a buddy that works there, and I was just going to text our salesman when I got back to the farm and say, hey, is that my demo tractor sitting over at Plymouth right now? And sure enough, my buddy beat me to it and texted me right away saying it was sitting over at Plymouth, and it is a 8370 RX sitting over at Plymouth right now at Plymouth Greenmark. So possibly, we'll see. Might run over there, might bring the GoPro along. Not going to do a live stream, obviously, but might bring the GoPro along. Might even go over there. I'm not sure yet, but film and hope, well, if our salesman would let me film, that'd be another thing. But hopefully go over there and check that thing out, because right now, as of right now, at least he says, it's just a show and tell model. So I'm not entirely sure if it's going to be demoed this fall, if it's going to be demoed next spring. But the odds of us getting a look at it as far as the demo goes are probably slim to none. But, you know, one can always hope. So either poly or stainless steel strips. Are you talking about the wear pieces for the corn head? Because we put stainless steel on our 893 8-row, and what we saw was it makes the ears bounce a little bit more on the stainless strips, because the poly, we figured out, is going to absorb the impact of those ears better and cause less bounce. So we're going to go with poly for the wear strips. I want to talk on the live stream. Well, closest you're probably going to be able to do that is through the live chat here. Man, I was pretty far up in the chat here. Hey, from Strathroy, sorry if I butchered that, Ontario, Canada. I think as a John Deere guy, there are no fent. Oh, no IVT over 4. Not sure on that. I'm not sure if IVT's over in the 410, 80, the 80. Yeah, it'd be an 8410 RX. It's kind of hard realizing that now that John Deere has a 8410 RX model, but yeah. When I worked for a farmer in South Bend, we used to harvest about 140 acres on a good day, 12 head corn head with a S690 John Deere combine. See, we're not crazy, guys. 16 rows is way too much. Then we'd be swamped with corn. So much corn done. Yeah, the cab looks really nice. Footrests, pretty cool. I've heard it's a massaging seat, removable seat cushions or cushions around the cab for easier cleaning. You've heard air conditioned, heated seat. Definitely like the radio. That's cool. USB outlets, finally. I mean, it's about time. I mean, really. Yeah. But I don't know, you're talking $550,000 for a 8370 RX. That's, well, probably not even 550 for that. It's probably 535 for a 8370. 8410 is probably pushing 550 then. Just finished first 36 acres of corn yesterday. It averaged 40 bushel per acre. Whoa. Where was that at, Luke? Heard that Zach from Minnesota Millennial Farmer got stuck with his new combine with tracks. Yeah, I just watched that video, actually, about 15 minutes before the live stream here. He slid that S780 about 20 feet at least down the hill. That's crazy. Not trying to directly point viewers away from my videos, but I would definitely check that video out. That was nuts. Okay, dumb question. No question, in my opinion, is dumb. But which is better, 20-inch rows or 32-inch population? Both is 32,000 seeds per acre. Which is better? I don't have too much experience with 20-inch rows, but I heard the closer the rows, you definitely want to bump that population up. So, really, I'm not sure. I would have to see it and harvest it to see. So, I'm not entirely sure on that. At bad of a growing year, rest of our area should get a little bit better, but not off to a good start. We'll be lucky to average 120 on rest. Wow. Okay, it keeps jumping me around here, guys. 10. Wow, a lot of 10 to 15 bushel beans. That is crazy. Not looking at GSI bins. We're just going to stay with Brock. Our beans average around 30 overall. We've cut a lot of 30 bushel beans, and most of them weren't ours, so that was good for us. Is it still raining up there? It finally just stopped down here. Yep, it's still raining, and it's going to be raining all the way through tomorrow into tomorrow night. Big Tractor Power had on YouTube. Big Tractor on YouTube is having a premiere on the new Deere tractors at 11 p.m. tonight on YouTube. I don't know. But yeah, possibly tomorrow. Might go check that out. I don't know. Where do you take your corn? We take ours to, if you guys know, from since a lot of you guys are from Indiana, we go to Union Mills Co-Alliance. We go to Stark County Co-op a little bit over in Hamlet, Indiana. We've taken some up to, not lately though. I think the last time I've personally been to Sears Star up at Hammond was, if any of you guys ever hauled to Sears Star, Indiana, if you guys know, currently now they have a Walmart there right next to Sears Star. The last time I was up there, it was long before the Walmart was even there, and I was just a little guy then, and it was a woods, and you had to just snake through that woods to get to Sears Star. But now there's a Walmart there, but I haven't been there ever since. So someday, I imagine we'll end up hauling back up there again, because they seem to always have a good bit of corn here before harvest, because they're always screaming for corn done. And then we also haul up to Burns Harbor. We actually hauled some up there today, along with Hamlet. So we'll haul up to Cargill there, right next to ArcelorMittal. If I even said that right. Don't crucify me if I didn't. So sometimes over to Milford and Milford, Indiana. A little bit over to La Paz, Indiana, and I know I'm missing one. Ligonier. We've hauled wheat to Ligonier 2 years ago. So it's not big. What's not big? You guys take care. Start at 3 a.m. today, so I'm tired. Good luck. Be safe. Hey, thanks for stopping by, John. Either yours or Tom Farm. Okay, what are we talking about here, Brett? I like the refrigerator in them. Yeah, that refrigerator's nice. Proud Tom Farms. Tom Farms is I don't even know for sure exactly where they're based right now. I got Google Maps right next to me. I know they farm about 19,000 acres. I know it's over by Warsaw. Yeah, halfway roughly between Warsaw and 6. So E23, I've heard from multiple different sources, especially a lot of custom harvesters, that they really like the E23s. over the IVTs, which surprises me. But I've heard it's like the easiest way to explain it. It's a combination of the IVT and the power shift put together, which in my opinion would be really awesome. Because I have seen instances where it would be cool to have the power shift option on the 8530. I enjoy delivering to Greenmark equipment in Plymouth. Top-notch guys that work there. Hey, that's pretty cool, Scott. Did not know you delivered equipment to Greenmark. You weren't the one that happened to deliver that 8RX today, were you? They should let you demo it, yeah? They should let me demo a lot of things. Help promote them better. Hello from Iowa. Hello, Travis. Whose Challenger was out a little south of you this last weekend? Whereabouts was that? They're opening up a new dealer over near Warsaw. Yeah, Matt sent me a couple of pictures of it, and I'm honestly really impressed with it. I think they definitely need to do a facelift though on Knox. Do I watch Big Tractor Power? Yes, I watch some of his videos. Mostly when I'm just looking at equipment that I want to have someday. You know, like trying to do size comparison roughly on like what a 40 and 45 foot head look like. So I'll jump on his videos and check that stuff out, or checking out like what different tractors look like and stuff like that. Really, I don't just sit and watch his videos just for the fun of it. I'm watching them to check stuff out for our farm. Yes, depends on what model and options you go with. You know, you explain everything so good. You should have a podcast on farming. You're not the first one, Kenworth, to bring that up. I should have a podcast. That's a possibility in the future, though. Hello from Arkansas and hello from South Dakota. Hey, guys. Hey, Nathan. Hey, Philip. How's it going, guys? Hope we see a break in the weather. How many more acres do you have left? Total, probably around 800 acres of corn between the custom work, which a custom work, we only have about 110 acres of corn. We'll get that knocked out in a day. And what I say, 45 acres of beans for us and 20 acres of beans on the custom work. So we do not run anything up to Kingsbury. Yes, been to Unionville. Union Mills, sorry. Union Mills, Mills. Not Unionville, sorry. Most horsepower, the drawbar, according to propaganda video. Yeah, I've heard that too. So that could be a lot more bang for your buck in regards to comparing IVT to E23. I've got no experience with E23 though. East of Winnemac. East of Winnemac. Don't get down around. We actually don't farm any ground down by Winnemac. That's a little too far for us. So I wouldn't really know. Wouldn't really know whose Challenger that would be. I don't really know a lot of guys that farm around that Kiwanis, Star City, Grass Creek area. Oh, that's cool, Scott. We don't haul in New Energy. You're talking the ethanol plant. I think the last time Dad and Grandpa hauled up to the ethanol plant, that was like at least 20 years ago. We hauled up to the. We debated, honestly. They had a nice bid up there. It was like close to $5, but we just did not want to sit in line because the wait up there was at least 2 hours, and we did not feel like getting one load in a day. Sometimes even up to 6 hours, and yeah, so we debated on having them haul out and hire like the neighbor to come haul, and just literally stick him on hauling up to the ethanol plant, but we just never did. So we ended up sitting on 8,000 uh, of corn, 8,000 bushel of corn a few weeks into harvest. Actually, we were already well underway under harvest 19. Really, we were just doing custom work over there, but we still had corn in the bin, about 8,000 bushel when we went into harvest. So I would say we pretty much were under the gun when we went into harvest 19. Just in general, we weren't totally prepared either, not just on the bin site, but just in general. Not sure on that, Casey. Not sure. Have a good night, Keith. Keep up the good work. Hey, appreciate it, Daniel. Thanks for stopping by. How far away is your furthest farm? Would you include custom work on that? Hey, how's it going, Alex? Or I think, is it one of you three that's impersonating the other on here tonight? But how's it going, Rush Farms? How's it going? Three transmissions are the European transmissions that go 35 mile per hour. I use them on class triple mowers for hay. They are the same as Power Shift, just E23 gears instead of 16. Or, yeah, not E23, 23 gears. Yeah, including custom work. Well, that's a good question because I have not really sat down and figured that. So tonight would be a good time to figure that out. So let's see. Let's go on satellite here. The Dewey farm that we farmed. Well, we lost that farm back in 2014, and that had that massive pivot that's on it. I think it's like a 10 or 11, not 15. Irrigator sitting on it. But right now, our farthest farm, let me check. Yeah, give me directions to that location. So that is 9.9 miles there, and that is that is taking the quickest route. So we'll say 10 miles. And the custom work, clear in the Porter County. Give me directions. If it will give me directions, come on. And it's going to play naughty with me tonight. Really? Come on. Come on. Can I get directions? Can I get directions? So 9.2 miles. So actually, the custom work, which I'm kind of surprised on, is not the farthest. The field that we had the wheat in here is actually our farm. It is quite a bit of a drive over there. It's about a 40-minute drive, really, with a piece of equipment. So I'm not the biggest fan of the Dan field, or what we call Dan's, but we make do with it. Personally, I actually like the dry land field that we farm, and it's actually, in all reality, on a spec sheet or soil tests, poorer ground than what the Dan field is. But in my opinion, it actually out yields irrigated ground, which is kind of sad because we can't seem to get more than 230 bushel corn on Dan's versus what we have on Mary Lou's. So Mary Lou's can really crank the yield. It actually has a low portion of the field, and even the high part even runs pretty good with the low ground. But the Dan's, for some reason, even when we do about two, we haven't done three, but we've done two pivot applications, and I think the highest we've gotten on it is like 230 average. So, which I'm not complaining, but I don't know why it can't perform more than or more like our fields over here in LaPorte County. But I guess that just goes to show the difference between LaPorte County ground and Stark County ground. So The ethanol plant in South Bend, from what I've heard, has been a madhouse since they've reopened. Yeah, I imagine. Yeah. We farm in a 20-mile radius, but we don't do any custom work. Yeah, I wouldn't. I'm not saying I wouldn't go farther for ground, but I'm not going to go for 15 miles away from the farm to do 20, 25 acres. I'd do around 300. To kind of at least 300 to kind of make the trip more worthwhile. To kind of go to a location and kind of work there for a few days. Ever thought of doing cover crops? Yeah, we've been doing cover crops for at least 6 years now, 7 years. Technically, we've been doing them a lot longer. Ugh, can't even talk tonight, guys. Longer, but we haven't been doing them on this size of scale, I guess you can say. Really, we only left about 20-ish acres just because we didn't want to farm this one patch of a field. But now, as margins start to get tighter and prices start to get lower, and when I stepped into the operation full time, I said, you know what, enough's enough farming these 18-acre, 20-ish acre patches, or even 5-acre patches. Not to say, divided this 20-ish acre field into a 5-acre patch and a 12-acre patch, really just because of how it's laid out with these couple woods in here, which the one woods is going to come out more than likely this winter. Not talking about the one down on Grandma's, actually a different woods, but we plan on getting those two woods, the one on Grandma's and the other one I'm talking about right now, knocked out. But I literally said, you know what, enough's enough. We need to start looking at putting alfalfa in and not farming them because it's getting annoying having to put wheat on these fields every like 2-3 years and having to screw around with these tiny little fields in wheat. And really, it's nice getting combine out for wheat, but I really don't want to screw around with these tiny little fields anymore. Not like to say, not to bash that, but just because they are pure high blow sand, beach sand, literal fields that produce 120 bushel corn if you're lucky in a good year, and that's like once out of every 10 years, and maybe 45 bushel beans in a good year. They're just not worth farming, and we own them, and so that's why I'm looking at, well, we did this year, look into putting some in alfalfa, and next year going to put some more into alfalfa, and the year after that until, in my opinion, we get them all in alfalfa and be done with them. Because in my opinion, that would be good for the ground, and Dad agrees, and Grandpa, he's coming around on it. So, because in my opinion, it's nothing but a cover crop that's going to last in that ground for at least 8 years, so we have, or longer, depending on how long the alfalfa lasts, and rotate it out with corn. So, and then put it back in alfalfa. So, or corn, then wheat, and then whatever, rotate it out of alfalfa. I'm not a hay guy, so don't criticize me if I say something really stupid about hay, because we farm corn, soybeans, and wheat with cover crops, so we don't have any experience with alfalfa. So personally, on our own ground. So, but not to say that there won't be any footage of alfalfa being done on our own ground now, because now that we have alfalfa, you guys can't. I don't have an excuse anymore for you guys to not have any alfalfa footage on my channel. So I'll probably have some footage next year sometime at some. Not sure which cutting, but we'll figure that out when the time comes next year. 10 miles must be nice. We go as far as 60. That's crazy. When I work for, I'm not even going to try to pronounce that. I don't want to really butcher that. In South Bend, I usually ran 4 loads of corn in their day, but that's been like 10 years ago. It's not so much the deer because the deer populations are large in our area, but not to the point where you need to get like those. I can't even think of the license names. You guys, one of you guys probably knows what I'm talking about. I think it's what it's not deposition, is it? No, but you guys know what I'm talking about. You guys can get licenses to kind of decimate some of the population, depending on how much crop damage you have overall. So we do not have a baler, by the way. We have no hay equipment whatsoever. So we do have a cultipacker though. So what is triticale? Good question. It's kind of like wheat. It's kind of like rye, and that's basically all I've got on that for you. Ever thought about planting mint? I know we would need the equipment, which we don't have. We would need a mint still, and we don't have access to. I can't say we don't, but I don't know. We don't know hardly anything about mint, and really, I haven't seen hardly anybody in LaPorte County do it. Depredation permit. That's what I was looking for. Thanks, Brad. If you plant alfalfa, what is your plan for it? I'm the plan for the alfalfa. We partnered with not a farmer. Okay, Phil. So the plan for the alfalfa, since we don't have access to any hay equipment, don't do livestock. Our plan for that is we partnered with a neighbor, and he has another neighbor that he hires to bale all of his alfalfa patches that he has because he's literally doing the same thing, and is what we are, putting the dry land patches that are literally not worth farming, or the dry corners of irrigators that are large enough that, or even just small enough that you don't even want to screw around with, vice versa on that. So basically, we're doing something similar to like what he's doing, and just realizing, you know what, enough's enough. Quit farming them. Just put them in alfalfa. It's worth it there. And he's going to have him bale our patches then, and he's just gonna take the hay then. I know we've got an agreement where it's either going to be rent or if we're going to do shares on something. I don't know, but we don't have to handle it. That's the nice thing. All we gotta do is just plant the alfalfa for him, which I ended up doing with his little grain drill or grass drill. I don't know what you really want to call it, but so. But yeah, we did that with the 730. Well, actually, I did. I pretty much drilled it all. Dad did a little bit of cultipacking, but we did a little bit of cultimulching too on it. So, which in my opinion, the cultimulching fields did the stand on those was a lot better than cultipacking it. So, I like it when people answer other people's questions on here that I can't really answer. I really appreciate that, Brett. Triticale is mainly chopped, and dairies take it to take it. The stuff can get up to 7 foot tall. I chopped 220 acres with a direct cut head last year. That's really interesting. I did not know it can get over 7 foot, or up to 7 foot. Sorry. Howdy, Mr. Werner. Thank you for stopping by, Bennett. Yeah, it's really interesting. I don't know of anybody doing lavender in our area, but yeah. If you build a new building, who would you have build it? I heard a lot of guys going with the Amish. We'll go with FBI. All of our buildings, including the one I'm sitting in right now, was built by farm builders down by, I believe, what is that? Remington? Could be wrong. It's down by Fair Oaks. You guys know where I'm talking about. For most of you guys from Indiana. Where are they from, guys? But yeah, they've done all of our buildings, and we really appreciate their work. They do a really good job. They built the shop back in 1983. They built the cold storage shed over at our house back in 2008. And that building is a 76, 72 by 156, 60. Well, the shop itself inside the building is 40 by 60. And then the entire building itself is 60 by 120. And this building they built this year. No, 2018, sorry. 2018. They are located, so I can get you guys pointed in here. They are, yeah, Remington. Yeah, I was right. Remington, Indiana. Farm Builders. Really awesome company to work with. So, yeah, FBI. So, this building they built in 2018. Half garage, half two-car garage, and then the half office, which we ended up 90% doing ourselves. And this building is a 64 by 36, and that is split in half. Two-car garage on the one half side, and on this half side, it's the office. So the office is, how big did we make the office? It's 12 by, no, is it 12? Yeah, it's 12 by 18. At least each office, roughly, if you split this room in half, it's 12 by 18. So, am I going to watch the live stream on Big Tractor Power? More than likely, probably not, because I'm going to be editing the video that was supposed to come out Monday and supposed to come out Tuesday for you guys, which I just combined those because Monday's video did not have enough footage, and Tuesday's video was a bit more exciting, so I'm just going to combine them. Fun fact, though, our trailers, the AgriTrader trailers that we run, the hopper trailers, were built by the Amish. You're close to one of the Great Lakes, so you get a lot of snow. We get pounded with snow up the rear if the wind's right. Lake Michigan can really screw with their weather. Really screw with it. Like Case IH made an automatic cables tractor for the farmer who does not want to be seen in a red tractor. Nice one. Yeah. How many guys that are on the live stream right now down at the National FFA Convention in Indianapolis, Indiana tonight? No one? I went when it was down in Louisville back when I was a sophomore and junior in high school. Coolest thing. And I recognize I was so familiar with the place because it's at the same expo center as what the National Farm Machinery show's at. So I'm like, I know what all these rooms are. My advisor's like, what do you mean? I'm like, see ya. I know where I'm at. South Wing, you got South Wing A, B, and C. You got North Wing, you got the West Hall with all the contests. You got Freedom Hall where they do the ceremonies at, and the rodeo's held over in Broadbent Arena. So that's pretty cool. My high school sent some FFA students. That's cool. Yeah, my sister went for the first time this year. She's a junior. She just turned 16. Turned 16 on the 31st, so she'll be 17 here on New Year's Eve. But yeah, so she went this year, first time. She was kind of on the fence about it, but finally decided to go. And so far, she's loving it. They went to the rodeo tonight. You farm 20 miles west of Louisville. Yeah, cool. I was in Louisville in 14-15 for the FFA convention. Sounds about the year I went. I think it was if I can remember right, and this year would have been my second year in college, right? Yeah. So 2 years ago, would have been 17. Yeah, that'd been about right. I probably would have been there. Yeah, I would have been there at that convention that year, more likely. I believe, if I'm remembering right. I think. So, we're just gonna run this stream same as always. You guys know the drill. Most of you guys have been in these before. This is what, the fifth live stream, I think. Post your questions, post your comments, answer other people's comments if you would like. We're gonna just keep on rolling the way we've been. And if you got any topics that you want me to discuss about the farm, feel free. Post them in the description in the live chat. You still got a lot of crops that need combined over in your area. I haven't drove over by you in a few weeks. We still got a green corn, 31% here. Wow. Our latest corn was over at the river, and that was 23, 24%. And I believe the rest of it should be drier. But yeah, there's, I would say, about 40%, 35% left. So I'm going to post a link once I get the link active here to a picture I need you guys to go like. This is the picture. Hold on. I didn't know they had a folding corn head. Really? Must have got a new combine and a folding corn head also. Wow. So anyways, just gawking at the neighbors here on Instagram. I'm going to post a link, like I said, once I get it live in the live chat, which hopefully you guys can click on links in the live chat, to a picture for the DTN Progressive Farmer Harvest 19, my harvest, sorry, hashtag, sorry again, my harvest 19 photo contest. So let me just grab one from my phone here that I had, or one of the few that I had lined up. Crops are ready, but we have rain and snow. Not good to hear. We're getting rain right now. We're going to get snow here shortly after. So I am just finishing up the entry details here, and once I get it live, or once I get it posted really, I will post the live link to it in the comment section here. And you guys can you guys can go ahead and drop a like on that. I would really appreciate it. And because so far I have been editor's choice, I have been Harvest 19 first place, Harvest or Planning 18 first place, and what is that one? Planning 19 first place. No, that was editor's choice actually. So you guys can kind of see the framed ones there, and you can't really see that one, but right there. So hoping to add another one to the wall. Hey, do you guys have a lot of corn down in your area? Put it this way, we picked a lot of DeKalb corn this year that was down, and I mean at least 35% down. Not fun. We hate down corn. We get tired of it pretty quick. And some of our Pioneer corn was down, And don't sit there and razz me on that, guys, because I know a lot of guys online like to bash certain companies for certain things, and I don't know. It seems that Pioneer is one of those things, and not in our area. It seems like there's not an issue, but this year it cannibalized itself. At least a lot of it did. And the only reason why was because we went through a dry period, and most really don't remember this year in our area, but we went through a dry period, and it was from at least late July. No, yeah, I would say first of July till the first part of September. So at least a month and a half, almost 2 months, 3 months, and we probably, what was the total? Total was 5.5 inches of rain total from for those past 3 months. That sucked. That was really bad. So okay, apparently I can't do this on my phone, which I thought I could, but I guess I can't. So it looks like I'm going to have to do this. Let me see here. What do I want? So I don't know. Can I even show you guys that? What do you guys think? That one? Before I send it to my computer. That one? Or that one? Let me know. One or two. I'll send them both to my computer, and I will get them uploaded. And while they are uploading, I'll jump back on the comments section here. Okay. Yeah, I'm very fortunate for the irrigators that we run. We've got 7 of them on our farm and hoping to add 2 more next year, hopefully. 62,000 bushel of corn, hoping to change that in the future to at least 142,000 and increase that 20,000 bushel bin to hold about 30 some plus thousand bushel beans, because we're going to convert that to bean storage, because as of right now we do not store any beans on the farm. So hoping to change that, because I would like to take some over to Lily Dreyfus over there in Claypool. Okay, so most of you guys are liking the first pick. A lot of guys on Instagram and my Snapchat group chats really like that one too, so that is good to hear. I will get the link on the computer. Hashtag myharvest19. Because I think the contest actually ends, which I think is kind of nuts that they do this. But I think the contest ends like November 2nd. I think. I'll find out here in a minute. Last year they extended it. They did the same thing with planting this year. They extended them. Honestly, guys, I could care less about the prize money that you get. I mean, you get a gift card. I mean, it's a $150 gift card for first and $75 for second. Same thing with editor's pick, but it's a $100 gift card and $75 gift card. I could care less about that. It's more I just would rather be in a magazine. That's really it. It's pretty cool to kind of get the name out there for the farm, and plus it kind of I throw the YouTube out there to kind of promote the YouTube with it too. Oh, they extended it November 18th. Really? So I got a little bit of time, guys. That's cool. Was not expecting that. So it ends on Monday, the 18th. So really, now they added a drawing. Each eligible entry will be entered into a drawing for a chance to win 2 tickets to the DTN, which I've not been to. DTN Ag Summit in Chicago, Illinois. Takes place in, not on, December 2019. Winners are responsible for their own transportation and lodging. Okay, I'll go ahead and get this thing posted for you guys. That way, you guys can jump on here and please vote. I would really appreciate it. Nope, not that email. I've got like 6 different emails, guys. So if you guys have any questions that you'd prefer not to post in the live chat, or just have a question for me personally, or have any business inquiries, which I have it labeled under as, please feel free to send me an email anytime. I will. Hopefully, it doesn't get sent to my spam email, which sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. So, still waiting on it to upload. So while it's uploading into DTN here, let's check out the live chat. How much of your ground is irrigated? And while I figure that, merchandise is coming before Black Friday. Sometime. So 1.3 million bushel of storage on farm. That is impressive. That is a lot of hauling, though. That is cool. Personally, I'd like to have at least, I'd like to have 300,000 bushel of corn storage and about 80,000 bushel of beans. Well, 80,000 is kind of a lot. All reality, probably around 60,000 bushel of bean storage. So 143, 40, 40. Should be everything, I think. About 450 acres irrigated. 450. What drones do I run? I run a DJI Mavic 2 Pro, which I picked up last November, and a DJI Phantom 4 Pro, which is just over 2 years old. Okay, hopefully, yep, it is done. I am not a robot. Check. And I am officially entered into the My Harvest 19 photo contest. And here is the link. It's nice that they send me the referral link for you guys to go post. There is 34 of you guys in here, so hopefully at least 20 of you guys like it. Looks like you can link to it. That is nice. That live chat lets me do that. So please, guys, you can vote. Let me check how often you can vote. You can vote if it'll tell me. Come on, tell me. I'll let you know how often you guys can vote. You can vote every 7 days. So if you guys want to hop on here, if you're really, really dedicated to following me on here, hop on here every 7 days and just click that little heart button. What is the most liked? What is the one that we have to beat? Gotta go through here and check out all these other ones on here and like the ones that I like. I know the one year they were literally begging people, to have people come on here and post pictures because they were getting virtually no one on here to submit pictures to them, which is kind of surprising. What program do I use to make videos? Cyberlink, that is the company name. Power Director is the software name. 16. So we got 3, 22, 8, 282. So that's pretty high. 200. Okay. If that's it, 282 is the top to beat. We can easily beat that, guys. Oh yeah, 282. So at least 282 likes, guys. That's all I'm asking. You know, it's the same thing as liking the videos. If you can like this stream, you can sure enough like that picture. Okay, so yeah, Power Director 16 is what I use to edit videos. What am I able to do with the drones, and how do I use the data? Good question. So, what am I able to do with the drones? Just got an email notification from Midland Radios. If you guys don't know, that's what we use for on-farm communication. I would highly, highly, highly check out Midland Radios for your farm communication needs. That is coming from a farmer, not the sponsored person in me, but you guys can take that forever, whatever that's worth to you guys. So, anyways, the drones, I do mapping, and I use Drone Deploy for the software. Though that software has helped out tremendously in regards to figuring out crop health on our fields. So it's actually the wheat. It really helped me personally figure out if I can actually pull this up for you guys. I wish I could do OBS right now, guys. I'm just not, can't say smart enough. I just haven't figured it out. It's just a matter of time until I figure it out. I don't know if I have the map on here or not. You know what? Stupid me. I'll just go on the app. Drone Deploy has an app, and that's how you do this. You put the app on your Android or Apple device, tablet, iPhone, Android, Samsung phone, whatever you have. Did you see the one with the picture with the combine on fire? Yeah, that's nuts. What Midlands do you use? In the 8530, I'm currently running the, if I can remember my account right now, MXT 400. That has 40 watts of power, and the MXT 115s have 15 watts of power. And that is what we run in our equipment. When I'm on the go, though, I run a X-Talker with me, the portable. Do I even have one in here? I don't have one in here. Normally, I always have one laying like right over there. It must be in the 8530 right now. But every time I jump out of the 85, I always have a Midland with me, an X-Talker. That way I can stay with the communication at all times. If I can remember my account. Yep, there it is. So wait. Nope, I do not want the ag example. I accidentally clicked on the ag example. Give me a second here, guys, and I will pull up the map. It's not going to look too good on my phone, showing you guys in the webcam, but that is the best I can do right now until I get OBS figured out. Okay, they completely changed this. Again, hate when that happens. Really. And you guys aren't going to believe this, but it's gone for some reason. Okay, this is weird. I don't know what the heck. It really does suck, this program, Drone Deploy. Why? Just because of, in my opinion, it's almost like a monopoly style. The best, which in my opinion too, it's the best of its time right now of software for drone mapping. But in all reality, you'll get guys like Chad Colby, who's considered to be the tech ag genius in the ag market right now, who just is a die hard, oh my God, drone deploy is the best. Drone deploy sucks in all reality, guys. It sucks. I don't use it too much, and when I do, half the time it doesn't even want to work for me, which is annoying. But yeah, combine pictures, no. It's any Harvest 19 related pictures. So I'm not saying that. I would appreciate if you guys would like my picture. I'm not saying that you guys can't enter. Feel free to enter. Who knows? You guys might beat me. I don't know. So last year I didn't even win. I got editor's choice. I think I got like third in likes though, and I ended up getting editor's choice, which still is pretty cool. I couldn't believe it that the editors actually picked me. So let me see, what in the world? There we go. There we go. No, okay, here we go. So I don't know if you guys can really see that. There you guys go. That's pretty good. So I am not going to remove the blue box because that is for my reference. But you guys can tell in that darker green area, that is where the wheat, if I can get my finger pointed right, that is where the wheat, we believe, might have froze, might have. And anywhere where it was yellow, that is where it fully matured correctly and produced seed. All of that in the green, that was completely empty heads. It produced heads like it normally does in wheat, but it did not produce any seed, any wheat. So that map I ended up using, my arm's getting tired. That is the same map that I ended up using. If I can hold this a bit closer for you guys. I used when I drilled the wheat. I literally drilled that box, and it came out. How many acres? Because literally when I pulled out of there, it's on the monitor said 45. The area, what is the blue box? Come on, tell me what the annotation is. 44.663 acres. So I would say by following, if I can get this set for you guys. Come on, come on. No, I hate this. So I drilled 45 acres, and that square is 44.663 acres. I'd say I did pretty good following, based on the drone map, where the wheat was bad. Anywhere where we did not drill, or where I didn't drill, and we ended up leaving it for harvest, literally yielded anywhere from 50 to 70, which in our opinion sucks under the irrigator. We were shooting for 125 bushel wheat out there, and yeah, so not great, but we dealt with it, and we're hoping to break even. Yes, they are GMRS frequency. GMRS. I'm going to go grab a water real quick, guys. Feel free to keep posting comments. Hey, Hotshot, how's it going? That's a lot of backpacks. I can get my finger position. That is for my laptop. That case is for the DJI Phantom 4 Pro, for the Mavic 2 Pro, and right there, GoPro. Those are for 3 GoPros. That is by, what company even is that? That's Tenba. If you go to their website, Tenba Bags, Tenba, Tenba Bags. Lowpro, Lowepro, Lowpro Bags. Nanook, Nanuk cases, and then another Tenba computer bag. Love them. Works great. Expensive, but works really good. Do you double crop your wheat? Not this year. Not this year. Wasn't going to come off soon enough, so we ended up interseeding some or knocking it down, at least where the wheat was really bad. So most years we will, and we only do it under the irrigation. That way we're kind of guaranteed, I guess you can say, double crop. We plan anywhere from a 1.9 to a 2.4. This year, I think they were 24. No, they were 23 A32s. I think 23 A32s that we planted over there. Let's go ahead and check on the likes on the picture. 8 likes, not bad. Like I said, we've got a long ways to go. We've got till the 18th, so as far as how long the stream's going to go, we're going to run this till 11 o'clock tonight, and then I'm going to edit a video, and then I'm going to go to bed. Haul corn tomorrow. Hope to God that does not snow as much as what they're going to say. You know, even a dusting is too much in my opinion right now. But I don't know. Still no haircut, guys. I know you guys remember asking me about that. Still no haircut. You guys are awfully quiet in the comments right now. Oh, man. So we've got another 31 minutes in the stream. I'll go ahead and scroll back through and make sure I didn't miss any of you guys in here. So feel free to post any questions you have about the farm, about the YouTube, about anything really. And got any topics you want me to talk about on the farm, feel free to do that and I'll talk about them. But like I said, same as the last 4. We're just going to keep going like this until I get OBS figured out, and then we'll kind of have a little bit more fun then with OBS. No, there we go. Hey, Mike, how's it going? Any fall burn down? No. Actually, just put the sprayer in tonight. Just put it in. I pulled it in around 5 o'clock tonight because it's supposed to get down to about 24 degrees tonight. And we don't do any fall burn down typically. I mean, for the past 10 years, we've never done anything at least. We always do all of ours pre-merge. I'm not going to get into chemistry, though. Too much for you guys, unless you guys really want to know. Yeah, all of a sudden, you guys just got really quiet in the comments all of a sudden. Okay. Got all those. Like I said, I'll try and answer all you guys' comments if you do post any. You know, some of them I might accidentally skip over, and I'm sorry about that. So if we do pre-emerge, which we've done Trivents, we've done EverPreX, Ever-Prex and Trivents actually both of those are actually pretty expensive, but they do work out pretty decent. Trivents actually works out pretty good. We feel it might have a little bit of an impact on our bean yields, though. We don't have proof of that, but because we don't leave any checks on that, really. The pre-emerge does really good. We know the pre-emerge does really good, so. But yeah, so passes after that. Most of you guys probably don't know this, but we actually spray manganese. Most of you guys don't know probably what that is because a lot of you guys probably spray for iron out in Iowa, Minnesota, probably even up into South Dakota a little bit there, Nebraska maybe. What you guys have as iron deficiency, so basically if you guys know what iron deficiency looks like in soybeans, that's exactly what manganese deficiency looks like in our area. So basically, when you guys are spraying for iron on beans, we are spraying for manganese on ours. So same principle. You guys spray iron, we spray manganese. So really not too different. So, but yeah, including our pre-merge, that'd be 2, 3. I would say about 3 to 4 total with our pre-merge. Corn's a bit different. Corn usually well, actually this year over at the river we only sprayed with the well, actually we didn't even do a pre-emerge did we? No, we didn't even do a pre-emerge over at the river. The rye over at the river, so this is going back to pre-emerge talk and just focusing on pre-emerge. The cover crop that we had over at the river was cereal rye, and that was the last we planted, June 3rd. And we ended up not having a pre-emerge out there. What happened was when June 3rd came along, we had Dad in the planter over there knocking out corn. I'm in the grain drill with the 8530, knocking out beans, 150 acres of beans, 150 acres of corn. Dad, I think, started we both started the same day. I was just gonna say he started the night before, but no, it was the same day because I went and picked up the 690 from Knox because they were putting in the active yield kit, and I picked that up, brought it out to the field, and because I didn't want to take it all the way back to the farm because actually I couldn't because it needed fuel. So, but talking about pre-merge. That farm did not have pre-merge on it, if I remember correctly, because we planted and I had to actually stop because it was just a little wet. I wouldn't say wet, but it was just moist. Like I said if you guys follow me on Snapchat, it was halfway between, I wouldn't say halfway at that point when we were planting over there. But anyways, just forget about what I was just going to say. But it was a little soft. It wasn't wet, but just soft. And we had Kaiser out there spreading our dry. And I stopped to go ahead and let him spread the dry. And he spread that on all the corn and all the beans. So while we were planting, and even before a little bit, he had the dry out there. And then we went through, planted. Next day, 2 days later, we had Helena come out because the rye was tall enough that our boom on our sprayer could not go over it without us completely unbolting the boom and taking it up to another tier, which is about a 2-hour job. And we really don't want to screw around with that just for 300 acres. I mean, it's kind of, it's what we chose to do. So, but anyways, we hired them, had them spray Roundup, burn it down. We probably should have had them throw dicamba out there too to act as a pre-emerge, but we just didn't. And the rye, when it died finally, and it laid down as a mat, it literally suppressed the weeds out there. We have water hemp pretty bad out in that farm. So it's not like we've not sprayed dicamba out there. We've had water hemp issues out there for probably about 4 years now, and we've used dicamba out there 3 out of the 4 because the first year we're like, oh, oh crap, we got water hemp, pretty bad. So we ended up having them do that. And actually, did we even go back on the corn for that? See, this is where next year things are going to change. And I hope we go to a different sprayer. Not saying we are, I'm just saying I hope. We gotta do some figuring. Go to a different sprayer and we start logging this stuff. Oh my God. With Operations Center, I feel that's going to be awesome when we go to a different sprayer someday. We can log our applications. Oh my goodness. I'm sitting here right now trying to remember all of our application times. It sucks. And I'm not even the one running the sprayer. Really, I should be the one doing the logging, considering how I like doing the analytics, but I barely run the sprayer. I've only run it a few times. Grandpa's never run it. Dad's the only one. Why? Don't like that. Don't like that at all. Oh, it's combine. There we go. A little confused. I was on Operations Center. I'm on it right now. But that's why I really want to start and get to explain to you guys how we ended up doing these applications. But if I remember right, we only did one. No, we did two. We did two applications out there. Not two ourselves, but one ourselves and one Helena did. But and actually, I think we only did we only did two on the beans. Yeah. Yeah, we only did two on the beans too. One from Helena and one from us. We sprayed dicamba on those beans. Yeah. We ended up spraying dicamba. Dad actually didn't think we should, but I told him go ahead and throw it out there just to burn down whatever possible water hemp might be out there, and the few that were out there, go ahead and get annihilated. That way we don't have, it's all about keeping your fields clean, guys. Keep your fields clean, and the less weed pressure you're going to have. Plain and simple. And that's what we felt with the cover crops this year, especially. And over the years of using cover crops and literally having it lay down as a map, weed suppression's unbelievable. Way better than a pre-emerge, in my opinion. But because, like I said, we did not use a pre-emerge out there. Actually, I don't even think I said that. We did not have Helena throw out a pre-emerge out there. I think. Remember right. This is where I wish we had application logging. I mean, we do with the dicamba, but because that's legally we have to. But as far as everything else goes, we should be really doing this. I know I hate to say that we don't, but it's all up here, but it's all about, remembering, and we don't. As of right now, I can't remember every day or every chemical that we actually threw out there right now. So that's why Operations Center, huge help. Huge help. And that's where it's going to tie into your guys' next two questions, precision planning. And Jake, I'll get back to your question on college, but precision planning and field view. We don't use field view. I hate saying this, but it's just because we have no affiliation with Monsanto whatsoever, because we are a Pioneer seed dealer. And in my opinion, from an analytical standpoint, that I love analytics, like I just said and talked about, field view, in my opinion, is awesome. Really cool program. I wish, and this is the farmer and the seed salesman in me from Pioneer, I wish I could use field view. Field view is awesome, in my opinion. Really cool program. The only reason why I don't use it is because, one, we buy Pioneer. Two, we sell Pioneer. Only two reasons. I know it's kind of stupid, but I'm not going to promote or use Monsanto's product or flagship when we sell and plant Pioneer. I'm just not going to do it. So I'm going to tough it out. But in my opinion, I really love Operations Center from John Deere. This is a really awesome program that they have. I really like it. Really cool. And I love having all the data linked from the combine on here also. JD link, awesome. If you don't have it, get it. When I'm getting JD, I should tell Dad, because I imagine we already paid for it too. The 8530 will get JD Link also. It's just a little promotion that Pioneer had with John Deere this year. So going back to your precision planning question. Yes, precision planning finger pickup meters, precision Air Force downforce, precision Gen 1 2020 monitor. Yes, you heard me right. The Gen 1 2020. We will be, hopefully, I will be buying the Gen 3 monitor this year. I think that's what, $3,500. Speak up if you guys know how much it is, because I personally would like to know. Because that's the thing, guys. I don't like contacting sales guys on quotes, because then they, you guys know how it works. They kind of come after you time after time after time after time again, wanting you to buy it. And it's just like, guys, I just want a quote. I just want to know what it is. I just want to know how much it costs. I'm not saying we're going to buy it, Don't hound me. What else do we have? Precision planting. Precision planting clean sweeps. We run the Yetter row cleaners, Yetter dual placement 2x2x2, dual placement fertilizer openers, and what else? Yetter twister closing wheels and the Yetter drag chains on our planter. We run in-furrow and starter. 1034 blend starter. I'm not going to get into the total analysis on that because some of our stuff we have proprietary blends made, especially for the in-furrow. So still playing around with our in-furrow. Always playing around with the in-furrow. Pretty much got the starter dialed in though. Plant any Banville beans? I mean, dicamba? Yeah. Banville kind of, that's kind of the, before my time, really. So I didn't really grow up around Banville. I kind of grew up in the time where they started calling Banville dicamba, really. Or more and more, really. I haven't heard the term. I heard, Banville's, the term Banville or the name Banville's kind of before my time a bit. But yeah, we plant all dicamba beans, though. Hey, thanks for stopping by, Brad. Just found your channel. Need to watch more videos. What all you raise and what do you like the best? Thanks for stopping by, Mike. Make sure you like and subscribe, and definitely check out more videos. I'm sure you would enjoy them. We raise Pioneer corn, soybeans, and wheat. We do cover crops on majority of our acres now. We do cereal rye on the cover crops side of things. We're going to be selling cover crops. So if you guys want to buy seed from us, if you guys are in our vicinity, if you guys know where we are roughly located and want to buy seed from us, email me. Simple as that. Email me. Business inquiries down below in the description. Please feel free to email me. Would love to work with you. And because we will also, like I said, be selling cover crop seed. So besides seed, besides Pioneer seed, we'll be selling cover crop seed next year. Well, actually, this year we actually kind of started, but on a small, only like a couple neighbors know, but slowly getting the word out more and more. So, but yeah, pretty much everything else, Mike, you'll find in all my other videos. We run a 2012 S690 combine, recently bought an 8530, 2008 8530 John Deere. And yeah. So precision planning has the precision planning 2020, does that that's an actual data collection program, like as far as, you can throw your harvest data. Well, I know you can throw your harvest data on there because they have their own. You can run the 2020 with the harvest or on your combine with the yield sense and stuff like that. But I didn't know 2020 or precision planning had their own data program similar to like Field View and similar to Ops Center. Is that true, or is that just something you're referring to, Michael, as far as um, you can grab that data from Precision and put it in the field view or put it into um, Ops Center. Fungicides, Approach Prima. That's what we use. I think. Yeah, that's. Just want to make sure, guys. Yeah, that's what we use. We use that for past pretty much as long as it's been around. We've used other products before that, obviously when products come and go and stuff like that. But this year we used Approach on 330 acres of corn. And that included 330 acres total, and 60 of that was soybeans. So, which we're going to start looking into fungicides, not for so much the disease pressure that we're seeing, because we really don't have a lot of disease, minus the tar spot, but that came in late this year. That came in late this year, around late September. So really, we did not see nothing like a huge yield impact like what we saw last year, where we didn't have fungicide sprayed. But we're going to look into using fungicide for that stay green on those hybrids that don't have that high score on stay green, and kind of help pack on more yield and kind of get that. Uh, Instead of getting that premature death, get that full, complete, mature rated death on these plants. That way, it packs on as much yield as what it can. Yes, we know that there is a possibility, you can get a point more on moisture, but you know what? I'll sacrifice a point but also gain, a lot more yield. So as far as Gen 3 2020, though, Michael, do you know how much it costs offhand? Hey, already answered that. Give Twin Lakes FFA a shout out. We are watching you right now. That is awesome. Twin Lakes FFA. Shouting you guys out. Appreciate you guys stopping by and watching. So you just pull your data from 2020 into the field view and other programs to analyze. Sorry for the. Oh, no problem. That's all right. I assume that's what you were doing, because I did not think Precision Planting had their own data collection program. But yeah. Do you guys do any nitrogen applications? Of course we do. Obviously, we put down about 75 pounds with a planter total, based on our starter rate that we do and the in-furrow. And what else do we do? Side dress anywhere from 135, depending on the ground. We're not going to dump 200 pounds on pure beach sand. No way in the world. But anywhere from 135, even down to like 120 on some spots. We do not variable rate our nitrogen. That is one thing I wish we had the capabilities to do, was variable rate our nitrogen. Not only on the planter with V-Apply from Precision Planting, but hello from England. Hello, Robert. Thanks for stopping by. But yeah, back to the nitrogen. We do not variable rate anything in regards to on our own equipment. Now, when we have Kaiser spread with his spreaders with the dry, he does do where we have variable rate prescription maps drawn up from our soil guys from Illinois, pulled over to us. We'll take a look at them. We'll shoot them on over to Kaiser. Kaiser will knock that stuff out for us then. But as far as doing anything variable rate on the planter, no, we do not have V drives even. V drives are on the list. Also, Delta Force and V-Apply, so we can be variable rate our population, variable rate our downforce better, and variable rate or nitrogen or fertilizer in general. Same thing on the side dress. We wish we could do that, but we go anywhere from 135 to 200 on the planter side dress, and we do pivot applications 2004 or straight 28. Sometimes with a carrier of thiazole. Sometimes we did that this year. A couple applications we did thiazole with. I think 5 gallon of thiazole. But you'd be surprised, it does not burn the corn with that amount of water going through the pivot and that minute amount of fertilizer that we're putting on in order to go all the way around in a circle with the pivots or half circle or windshield wiper, however you want to call them. We do not see any burn whatsoever. So some places we do 3, some 4, some even 5. One year we did 6. But it's really all depending on the year how much the pivot applications are going to stand out. So we've done a couple wide drop, hired out wide dropping, and we've done coulter passes with a Miller Nitro. In my experience, the coulter passes actually seemed to do better. But the wide drop, in my opinion, you're going to get less corn knocked down. But still, with a high clearance application such as that, you are going to have corn get knocked down on the end rows and possibility in the field. So whereas with a pivot, the pivot already has a set path, already has corn knocked down. So by running those pivot applications or fertigation applications, it's way cheaper for us to do the pivot applications versus hire somebody to do a wide drop. So not to say that wide drop's bad. Personally, if we had a high clearance sprayer, I would wide drop some of our better farms that we necessarily don't need to irrigate but could irrigate, but just don't have an irrigator available yet. But just that they're heavier enough soils that we could see a better benefit, or even on our sands even. I could see a huge benefit to wide dropping, but I really don't believe in Greg's statement of that the dew from the plant helps wash the nitrogen down into the soil profile, down into the root zone. I really don't believe in that statement, but I feel by placing it by the root structure of the plant or by those nodules or nodes coming off the corn there, that's going to help nodules, brace roots. What am I thinking? Come on, guys, I'm getting tired. 11 o'clock at night. Off those brace roots right there, you're going to have a lot more better effect of getting that nitrogen down instead of placing it there right in the center and having that effect of possibly damaging the root structure of running essentially a knife through the root zone. So yeah, I see a benefit definitely over the wide drop, possibly. It really all depends. I mean, I feel you need to time your applications with rains. Really, I mean, that's all it comes down to it. So you can find out tomorrow. Good to know. I might stream tomorrow night. Well, more than likely. I mean, it's supposed to rain again, sadly. Hey, Joey, how's it going? So yeah, that's what we do. We would definitely, like I said, need to continue with the data collection. So how many FFA members at National FFA or at Nationals are watching now? Good question, Jacob. So comment if you are in FFA and are at National FFA convention right now. Comment down in the live chat. Veteran alumni FFA member right here. 4-year officer and 5-year FFA member. Been to the National Crop Scouting Contest. How many times? Actually, once, but actually, state we've been to, I don't know, multiple times. So, but actually, oh, we've been nationals how many times? Twice. Twice. Twice? Yeah, I think twice. But well, have I been there twice? I don't know. I can't remember, guys. Good deal, Jacob. I know they went this year. My chapter went to nationals again for crop scouting, so that's really cool. And it's funny, all of our contests are held at Purdue down at the Beck's Research Center down at West Lafayette. And Pioneer, I've been going to Pioneer meetings since I was like a little guy. And they, all the professors down there knew me. And when I showed up for uh, the crop scouting contest, they're all like, "This is unfair. We need to let him go sit in the corner and do a written test and see how he can compete. Make himself or make him a one man team." And it was hilarious. I knew all the professors there that were the stops or the guys or the heads at each stop, and we were joking and everything. And yeah, it was pretty fun. Um, no, so you get like Sean Castile out there, Bob Nielsen, Jim Cambriato. Who else knows me down there? A bunch of guys know me. All wanted me to go to college. So back to Jake's comment on college, because I said I'd go back to that. All of them wanted me to go. Bob Nielsen really wanted me to go. Sean wanted me to go. And I just didn't. I realized Grandpa's not getting any younger. He's 78, and he immediately slowed down, especially after I decided to stay. And he definitely slowed down quite a bit. Still loves driving truck. Still loves driving truck. And yeah, so I saw the benefit, especially with the custom work that we picked up. I saw that it would be a huge benefit if I stayed, and in my opinion, I'm very happy that I stayed. I did do well. I did 2 out of the 3 Purdue online classes. Still got one more to go. I've got it's all on my time, so whenever I want to take it, but not necessarily. I don't get to pick the time period. I mean, I can, but I just can't take it like say right now. I got to wait till the class actually opens up. And the problem is, it's a 12-week course, which it's not too big of a deal to do. But the problem is, it's either right in the middle of planting, right in the middle of summer, or right in the middle of harvest. So I got to pick my battle. But I haven't done it over a year now, so I don't know if I'm even going to do it. But the problem is, that's the class. The last class that I have to take or have the option to take is the whole reason why I wanted to take this course or these classes. It's the precision ag software class, and it's where it's like, how did they derive precision ag, and how did they come about with it, and how it all works and stuff like that. And that's why I really, really wanted to take it, because I'm really into that kind of stuff. But I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to take it or not. Are there any other farmers from the northern NWI area that have YouTube channels? So, there's an operation up in LaPorte, about 45 minutes north of me, Tucholsky Bros. You guys can go follow them on YouTube. Hardly make any videos, but the ones I believe is a 13-year-old and the other is a 16-year-old, 7-year-old, and they farm, I think, around 4,000 acres, I believe. I would check them out. Abbott, or actually not Abbott Farms. It's his channel name is Tyler Abbott, Abbett, and I would check him out. He's posted a few videos. I hope he gets into more more into YouTube. And I think that is about it as of right now. A lot of these guys just jumped out of nowhere. Well, those two. When I uh, started on YouTube a few years ago, when I got into vlogging last year, they came out and said, you know what, we're going to make a channel too. But Tyler, I think, started this year, I think. Tyler's a few years older than me. I think he's about 26. I'm 19. So 20 in January. Started with a bunch of Minnesota and Montana farmers and stumbled across you. So Minnesota millennial farmer, obviously. Then Werner Farms. Yeah, yeah. Both of those guys are good. Like I said, towards the beginning of this stream, I watched, or told you guys I watched Zach's video on his recent video on the combine, the S780 on tracks, and yep, Larson's of course too. Chet and Doug. So, but yeah, I watched his video about 15 minutes before I started streaming. So, yeah, that's really cool, Jacob. I did not expect. I didn't think John Deere would even have it down there, but that's really cool that uh, John Deere has it down there. That's cool. So do they have them both? Do they have the 8RX and the 8R down there, or is it just the 8RX? Because I've heard from a few different people that they've got the 8RX down there and they've got the 8R, or they just have the 8RX down there. Really? Like I said, guys, I may run over to Plymouth tomorrow and go see if Matt would let me go check out that 8RX because I know where it's at. It's sitting in their shop right now. But the question is he going to let me whip out the GoPro and do a quick video of it for you guys? Because that is actually not just any old 8RX. That is a pre-production model 8RX. So that's more than likely one of the ones that they had testing or had guys testing with out in Illinois, Minnesota, Iowa, wherever the other farms tested them at. So yeah, I wouldn't see any reason why Matt wouldn't let me video it, but I don't know. I'm hoping I can get more demos from Matt. I don't know. I texted him today about it, and he literally didn't even respond to me about it. I don't know what his deal is. Jacob, what did you send me on Snapchat? Oh, geez. So we are closing in on the 2 hour mark. We are past 11 o'clock, I know, but we'll just run the stream over just over 2 hours, unless this live chat like really jumps out and starts taking off here with more questions. Well, you guys are like quiet as can be in this chat. Hey, thanks for watching, Michael. I appreciate it. Once I get OBS working, guys, it'll be a lot better. I'll have myself up in this little corner up here, and then we can kind of browse the internet here and check stuff out, check out the 8RX better, and look up other stuff you guys want me to look up. With as wet as the season has been, how will tillage be? We don't really do any fall tillage. The most we can necessarily do as far as tillage goes, or at least what we choose to do, since we are, for the most part, no till with a vertical till. So I guess you can say we're a minimal till operation. But yeah, so vertical tilling. Actually, we got 1.3 to 1.4 inches on Saturday, and What day did I vertical till? Tuesday. I was running, and it drizzled, kind of sprinkled that night, and actually did a pretty good job. The ground was wet. I mean, you'll see in the videos it was wet. I mean, not to the point where we were doing harm, but you know, if I worked through those wet spots, and the only reason why there was wet spots out there, and I will explain that right now. The only reason why there's wet spots in those like areas is one, we've always had issues in those spots, and we need tile there, obviously. Um, and we've no-tilled it. I mean, we can plant through that spot. The only reason why that spot's an issue is because it's a complicated and touchy subject. I need to kind of toe step around in here, but no, tile isn't hardly used much. We've got mostly sand, so really, it's over by that river that we do a lot of tile, or there's a lot of tiling being done. But because there's a lot heavier ground there, a lot of clay along that riverbank, along the river there, along the Kankakee, blue iron ore, stuff like that. Red iron ore out there even too, red clay. But anyways, back to those wet spots. Really, that is just caused mainly by a ditch that just needs to be cleaned, and that's as far as I'm going to go into that. That's as far as I should go into that, really. But then we have a surface drain. You'll see in the video that I go through that drains from that same ditch that we have cleaned, but the water can't go across the road and under into another ditch that needs to be cleaned. That's as far as I said. I'm going to go into that, but that ditch needs to be cleaned in order for the water to drain better in that spot. But otherwise, in a normal year, we can plant through that, which we did this year. We didn't have a problem with. It's just the fact that when it got wet this fall, or when it got dry, really, we just didn't have good corn there, really. I mean, it wasn't. I mean, it'll yield there, but it's just not a good spot in a abnormal year. So, hey, thanks for stopping by, Greg. But yeah, so you'll see in those spots. There's spots out there. There's spots right next to, or there's that little spot that you'll see when I'm finishing up the field that night, right next to our pump ditch, which you can see the pump is shut off. The water's high, and we don't run the pump in the after pretty much around a couple weeks ago. Well, really around like the 1st of October, we'll shut the pump off, and unless it really gets bad, and then we'll need to run the pump. But you'll see there's a little wet spot down there. Really, we could run tile there, but it's really just a low spot, and it's literally mostly a filter strip there. So it's just a little portion of the field. So it's really not too big of a thing to run tile in that spot. So, well, we got 61 likes right now on the stream. That's cool. Really appreciate every one of those guys. 41 of you guys watching right now. Just closing in on the 2-hour mark. And I am more than likely going to close down this stream in a few. Any winter projects coming? Get the 4020 up and running. Get that unstyled A hopefully finished up and at least running. I don't know if we're going to paint it or not. Probably not. Not right now, at least. We need to sandblast it, and that's more of a summer job, really, because we're not really set up to do any of that in the winter. I mean, we could, but not really sandblasting. You could, but no, we'll just do that in the summer. What else? A lot of outdoor winter projects, really. We're going to be running the excavator a lot this year again. Really, the office kind of brought that to a halt last winter. So next year, or this winter, I should say, running a lot of the excavator this winter, cleaning wood or clearing out woods and stuff like that. But really, not a lot of shop projects. Nothing like what Welkers do, obviously. So, well, anyways, guys, this was another really good stream. glad I'm able to do this with you guys. So, thank you guys for watching as always. Thank you for all the likes on the stream. Thank you guys for tuning in. All the FFA members, shout out to you guys, and have a good National FFA Convention as always. And I will stream tomorrow night, more likely. Just keep a tab on the community tab, and I will keep you guys posted for the most part on there what's going on. I'm going to edit a video tonight for sure and get it out for you guys tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. So you guys can look forward to that. So anyways, with that, I am going to shut down this stream. Thank you guys for watching as always, and I will catch you guys in the next stream.